Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, uh, November 14th, 12:54 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. As always, BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you, and it's a fast loading page. So things that I mention here, etc., are usually there. You can find them. All right, looking at the crypto universe in squares today. Bitcoin just hanging in there in the green, 64,000. Not bad at all. Most of the market looking green. Bit of an interesting morning. Dominance is 44%. Let's look at the top 10. Who are the top 10 today? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether, Solana, Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, Dogecoin, and USD Coin. And, well, I'll mention number 11, Shiba Inu. All right, so Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours is 2.5 billion if we round it up. That is incredibly low. So it's Sunday, volume is really low. So be wary. Looking at spot trading volume last 24 hours on Binance, where all the volume is, 20 billion, not so good. Down 10% last 24 hours. We definitely want to see at least 30 billion for a good day. So we want to crack over 3 billion at least for Bitcoin to have a good day for specific Bitcoin trading volume. Then for spot trading pairs on Binance, want to be at least 30 billion. I really like to see about 50 billion is where you want to be at. For derivatives on Binance, we're at 47 billion, down 9% last 24 hours. You really want to be at least 70 billion there. 50 billion might get you by, but anyhow, we're looking at really low volume in the market today. Looking at longs versus shorts, we'll refresh this real quick here. Blockchain Whispers. Bitcoin longs on Binance, 77% long, 22% short. Definitely a long bias there. For Ethereum, 70% long, 29% short. Definitely a long bias for Bitcoin and Ethereum on Binance. Now, looking at Bitcoin, this is a 45-minute chart. The issue is kind of right here. As I see it, what I'm seeing is here's your 200 moving average right here, the white moving average. And as you can see, we are below it. We've been below it for a while. How long have we been below there? We've been below the 200 moving average for about 2 days and 10 hours now. So that kind of just sets a precedence where we are riding the 314 moving average, which you can see right here. The 45-minute chart, so not all is lost. We haven't broken below the bottom of the RSI cave. So in general, these indicators also look, directional index is in the red. ADX is dropping. Squeeze indicator is definitely showing downwards momentum. Wave oscillator by Lazy Bear is showing we might be kind of perking back up here. Stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI is above the signal, but the tangent might be changing. We are kind of in the middle zone there, so hard to tell. Let's take a 4-hour chart look. 4-hour chart. At least on the 4-hour chart, as you can see, we are. If we squeeze some time in here, on the 4-hour chart, it is nice that we did have a break above the 4-hour chart 200 moving average back on like the beginning of October. And we've been riding up a beautiful channel. Now we're just kind of choppy and going sideways. And that's good enough. We are ultimately at 64,134 right now. And that definitely beats being below 60,000. So good to go. The 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart is right around 62,000. I like seeing that. I don't see any real reason looking at the indicators here that we're going to go any lower. It just looks to me like we're just consolidating. Now we're going sideways. Good to go. It happens. I can kind of see it right here. And like I say, most likely you've got this is your range that Bitcoin is in right now. After that pump, if you want it, you can kind of move it over here. If you wanted to kind of look at it like that. And it's like I mentioned, quite often, most likely your wells are coming right in here and buying the bottom and bunk. And then, of course, if I just clone that, if I can get it to go, we'll see if that'll work real quickly. Will that work for us? Let's see, clone, drink. Can I move you up? No, come on. Will it just work? Sorry. I don't want to waste your time doing silly things. But like right here, up in that region, well, except for probably there, is where your whales are shorting, like right in here. So like I say, you see these ranges go and just start to look at, where is the top and the bottom of it. You can almost do, like, even though it's sideways, kind of not when you usually use a channel, but if you think about it, you could kind of do a parallel channel, um, and you could sort of go, all right, here's my channel that Bitcoin's riding in, and just figure uh, that's where your whales, in my opinion, are keeping it, and they're buying the bottom for long, buying the top to short. So anyway, we're ranging sideways. It's a good 4-hour chart. Indicators, I do like seeing this right here. Squeeze indicator is showing some positive momentum here on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, you definitely have a choppiness here. The ADX tangent is about to turn up, it looks like. So we'll see how it goes. We have remarkably crappy zero volume right now. But Bitcoin is kind of holding steady on the 4-hour chart. Looking at a 45-minute chart, you do kind of run into this issue here where, we definitely had this beautiful run up over here, dumped it, tried to keep support above the 200 moving average, did not quite make it, broke below the 200 and the 314, came back to the 314. Now we're ranging between 200 and the 314. Bitcoin's definitely struggling. There's not much volume. It's all about, to me, barring any strange events, if we can roll some volume into Monday, if Monday picks up volume-wise for Bitcoin and for the market, I think in general we'll probably get Bitcoin above the 200 moving average once again. And once it's been above the 200 moving average, you're going to see some great alt plays starting to happen, especially once it's been above especially once it breaks above the 200 moving average. Some alts will follow it. We give it 12 hours into the week, give it 24 hours into the week. Going to start seeing some powerful alt plays, in my opinion, if that's how it rolls. Directional index is just beginning to show some green. We'll see how it goes. Ultimately, KRI is rising. Stochastic RSI is rising. Weighted oscillator by Lazy Bear is rising. Squeeze indicator is showing a bit of a turnaround. So let's see how it goes. Really, we're at zero freaking market volume, and it's Sunday. It's Sunday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, Mountain Standard Time. So let's see how it rolls. Bitcoin can hold on to this 314 throughout the day and the night, and then break that 200 moving average come Monday morning or like late tonight. Then we're going to be looking good. Ethereum, I love what Ethereum's doing. Here's Ethereum, a 4-hour chart. Okay, it's staying above the 200 moving average. It broke above it long ago. It's cruising upwards. Indicators are kind of cooling off right now, but they're kind of in that bounce territory here. And check it out. We have this a channel that I've drawn. It looks kind of legit. The heartbeat looks good. Top, bottom looks good. Top kind of is just riding that top of the RSI cave perfectly. And it looks like we've actually come down to visit the bottom of this channel. Definitely. And we even see a bit of a green candle starting there after a wick to the bottom of the channel. Let's see how this rolls, because I do think, actually, I don't think, I kind of know, I am watching this for a play even today. Maybe hop into Ethereum here and ride that up. I mean, if we do get basically, if we can get back to even the mid-range of this channel, that's 7% easy. So, and we probably will. Not financial advice, engineering purposes only, but that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting ready to, right after this, probably take a little position in Ethereum. Now, with that said, check this out. Lightcoin losing its damn mind. So Lightcoin has recently been getting perky. Back here on the 7th of November, we see it begin to make a run. It's been choppy. It's been sideways. It has found support on the 200 moving average. This is a 45-minute chart, of course. It definitely has broken above, and it's moving. Directional index is in the green. ADX is at 17 right now. I'd like to see it about 20, but it's not looking bad. I mean, it's moving up. It's doing what we want. Madrid ribbons are all green. You've got squeeze indicator is got some golf balls firing off here, the little white circles. It's in the green, looking good. KRI is pumping. Stochastic RSI says maybe we've gone far enough. Okay, well, it's kind of a curmudgeon. Weighted oscillator by Lazy Bear shows a beautiful uptrend that is now continuing. Let's switch to a 4-hour chart and see how it looks there. 4-hour chart. It's glorious. Weighted oscillator is a very powerful indicator on the 4-hour chart, and it's looking very positive there. KRI tangent's turning down, but it's definitely in the green. Stochastic RSI looks happy for a change here on the 4-hour chart, and the directional index is in the green, and the ADX, as long as this tangent turns around, it is already at 25. I like it. So I think Litecoin, honest to goodness, might very well be a play. Of course, not financial advice, just kind of speaking out loud about things that I'm, doing and sharing them with the community here. So what I very well might do, I might actually take a little hedge into Litecoin. And I'm going to put a stop right below the 200 moving average, because if it blows below that, then it's over. It's not so good. So if I maybe a stop around 250 or even 255, definitely, because if we don't keep this upwards momentum here in this 45-minute chart, short time frame, it's probably not going to happen. But these indicators look really strong. Litecoin showing up on a Sunday. Should be Inu versus USDT. It just cannot keep above the 200 moving average. It had a brief burst yesterday. These indicators are all right, but you know what? SHIB, USDT, you're not a player yet. I'm watching, but right now, how about a 4-hour chart? Let's do a quick one. Should be Inu, Shiba versus USDT. You know what? On the 4-hour chart, it's nice that it's above the 200 moving average. It looks a little bit stronger here. I like what I'm seeing, but really, it's just nowhere. Sorry. I'm watching it, but I'm just not seeing anything that makes me think it's going to break out, at least today. I just mentioned Satima. It's an interesting coin. They had this was noticed over the Bitcoin. This was noted over in the Bitcoin Daily View chat today that they had kind of a press release, not press release, but kind of a State of the Union sort of whatever developer meeting, and it was public about where it's going, and basically they just didn't look very impressive. Nothing really has happened. No strong development appears to be in the works from what I heard, and it just dumped like crazy. But it did. So anyway, a non-inspiring meeting that the public could see. It dumped pretty hard, but do note that it is holding on to the 200 and 314 moving average. This is ultimately Satima versus Wrapped ETH. But if you are a Satima fan, this might be an interesting moment, because if it finds support there on the 200 moving average, 314 moving average, and starts moving up, it could be an exciting day. If we wanted to maybe try to, let's do let's try a fib right about here. Where are we at? We're maybe kind of doing a 786 fib bounce, and that's you've definitely given it all back at that point, especially with a wick down past recent lows. So anyway, if you're a fan of Satima and you still believe in it after kind of a not so positive public facing, I guess, developer meeting, I believe it was, hey, this might be the time to get in if it interests you, if you're a Satima fan or up your position. Algo versus USDT. I actually made a trade yesterday right here where it was breaking out. It was kind of looking good. It probably wasn't the best indicators, but as you can see, I stop lossed, and Algo USDT, you're officially a loser. So go and I want to see you again. Mana versus USDT, recent upwards movement. It's beautiful. It's come down to the 0.5 fib line. It's a little above the two. It's well above the 200 moving average here. I'm liking it. So Mana versus USDT on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart. On the 45-minute chart, this is looking good. I'm watching this guy for a bounce as we go into Monday. Indicators look like they're getting ready to roll into a bounce. I'm watching it. If it even got back to the recent high, that would be good enough. Sand versus USDT, another cool coin, recent upwards movement. I like what I'm seeing on this one. We definitely have come down and visited and hung out in the 618 golden pocket, looking nice above the 200 moving average. I like that. 200 moving average is getting ready to cross over the 314 moving average. I like seeing that. Indicators are down a bit, but they are looking like they're going to make a move. So Mana USDT and Sand USDT, I'm watching those. If they're on an exchange near you, I'm watching these for Monday. These might very well start moving even today. All right, Sol versus USDT. This one has been a pain in the ass. It's made recently amazing friggin' moves. Like if you look back on the end of October, this thing has just been on fire. It's done great, but basically right now we are kind of in a downwards channel. But then again, no, we're not. We're also kind of consolidating sideways. Been a hard one to play. I was very excited right here when we thought, maybe this guy is going to break above the 200 and 314 moving average. It didn't. It did in like 1 or 2 candles. So it got a blue diamond merit badge. That's really, really wonderful. And I was thinking, nice, cool. But then it dumped right back down. Thought it was going to range between the 200 and the 314. It did not. It has challenged the 200 once. Right now, it's firing off, a nice morning green woody candle there. But ultimately, one thing I like about this is when you do see a nice downtrend like this on a coin, and it kind of appeared to like have broken that downtrend. Then it blew it. Then it broke it. Now maybe it's going to break it again. So I'm watching because really, Sol versus USDT. I really like Solana. I think it's got something to offer. I think with Ethereum gas fees, this thing is definitely going to be more of a player. Yeah, NFTs are using it. I like it. I'm watching it. It had an incredible run up. You know what we could do? Let's do this. Let's do a fib from this run up to where we are right now. Where is it? Now that's not bad. Okay, so it's come down to the 0.5 fib line. Kind of tried to bounce. You can see it found resistance here at the 382. Got above it, broke above it, bounced up to 236, and then he ran down to the whatever. Then it came down to the 382 again. It's bouncing again. I'm watching this guy. I'm watching Solana. It's an interesting coin. I mean, let's just do a 4-hour chart real quick on this thing here. On a 4-hour chart, wow. I mean, it's really been on a rocket ship to Pluto for quite a while. You could even kind of, if you wanted to be interesting, you could try make a fib all the way down here, and you'd see it's that kind of matches reality too. So anyway, it's running. It's kind of running as you'd expected. It's above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. So definitely not all is lost there. How about if I put the fib all the way down here? Interesting. That doesn't match so well. Well, anyway, I'm watching this guy. I'm watching Solana USD come, as we roll into Monday, watching these indicators, watching for this powerful break above the 200 moving average. Once again, I'm going to put an alert in there. So if that breaks, I can watch for it. If these indicators start turning up strong, especially if we can break above the 200 and 314, kind of like in one candle or two, that's going to be exciting. So let's just see. Solana, I always forget what it's called. Solara or Solana? Solana. Yes, Solana. Let's see what happens. Indicators are a little weak, but they are turning up. Good to go. Let's see what happens. I think this definitely could be a player. I'm watching it. With that said, all right. That's what we got for you today. Let me actually look over here real quick. You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but let me just see. All right. Remember, guys, it's Sunday. Volume sucks. Be careful with your trading. This is definitely, when we have this, when we have Bitcoin, when we have the, sorry, not Bitcoin, but when we have the volume so low, I'm going to refresh it here. We have the Bitcoin trading volume so low. Yeah, 2.4 billion. That's way too low. At least 3 billion to be playing games towards the positive side. And then, of course, 20 billion, volume on spot for spot trading pairs on Binance. This is an extraordinarily low volume Sunday. Oh, by the way, Taproot did come out, and I think that's kind of exciting. It worked, so good to go. Bitcoin's getting a little bit perky. Let's see if we can get above that 10 moving average. That's a range between the 200 and the 314, maybe, and break above. Indicators are starting to slowly turn up here on the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin versus USDT. Anyway, I'm kind of just in a holding pattern. I'm watching my Bitcoin. That looks fun. I think Lightcoin could definitely be. I'm kind of thinking Lightcoin might be something I'm going to hop into. At least a small hedge, make some Sunday money. I'm a little bit nervous taking any position right now just because Bitcoin's a little weak and the volume is so low that it could definitely just go potty a couple percent, and that's going to jack up any trade you're in probably. Other than that, Mana and Sand, watching these, they could start taking off right now. Definitely a possible Monday play. And even though it's kind of hyperextended, Sol is something I'm watching for another breakout and another run. And I'm sure there's plenty of other coins that are doing well. The market is slowly turning green. I'm liking that. Let's see what happens, guys. Anyway, with that said, Remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries. And I'll see you guys hopefully early Monday morning, and we can see what's in play. Take care.